Hey, it's a terrible day, I'll tell you what. It's blowing the bejeebers out of me. Good Lord. Oh.
No, I'll take it because this is going to fall off again. You are my hero.
Okay, I'll be going in now. I can't take it no more. No more can I take it. It's too wet, it's too cold, and it's blusterous too. I hope to tell you. Am I getting the point across, lassie?
Hey, hi. Welcome to my minivan home. Okay. Whew. I want you to watch this all the way through. It's about living in Quartzsite for the winter. You need to know this information, okay? I'm going to answer one of your questions. I want you to give me a thumbs up. I want you to subscribe, and I want you to leave a comment. Just do it right now. Say, hi, Lee. Leave me a heart or ask me a question throughout the video, okay? Let's go. Quartzsite, what's it like? I've got a comment here. Does it get dusty there? Uh-huh. Out in the desert where everyone camps for the winter, is it really dusty? It can be. Does it ruin things like engines and things? Yeah. No. Are there any mouse problems? There can be, but I'm going to go into this. I'm just going over the comment. Any insect problems? Nah. Critters, wind getting sand into window or door tracks, causing wear and tear. Well, yeah, let's talk about this. I've got a really great story to tell you. But first, yeah, Quartzsite, it's windy. And in the winter, all across, I really believe, the West. I mean, it's in New Mexico, Arizona, California, Utah, and Nevada. The winter brings a lot of winds, okay? So basically, there's a lot of desert, so you're gonna have dust flying. You're gonna have sand flying. So here's the key, is you want to always check your weather app. Yeah, that's your basic thing. Check your weather app and see when the windy days are. And if your weather app doesn't give you good stats on what the wind is going to be, find a different one. There's a lot of weather apps out there. So I think it was in 2021. It was 4 years ago. I had my YouTube channel about a year at that point, and I started getting recognized when I was in Quartzsite. Well, that was the year I met Paul for the first time, and I met Jack, and I met some other people too. Myung, Joe, Mary, and Myung. Wait a minute. What was her name? Kalika? Alika. Alika. I always sing Kalika, Kalika, Kalika. That was the only way I could remember that one song that French nun sang. I know. Alika, Alika, Alika. Da 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 da. Yeah. Okay. Well, we had a really, really, really good time. And so first I met Paul, then I met Jack, and we started moving around. We spent a good 2 months there, all of us. Well, we decided to camp together. Then Max showed up, and I knew Max from the year previously. I met him before I ever started, right before I started my YouTube channel. And we've been good friends we've been good buddies ever since. And of course, Jack is still, he's in Ohio right now, but we stay in contact at least once a week. So, now Joe showed up. We went to Fortuna Pond in Yuma, and that was quite the experience. I'll talk about that at some point. I do believe it's in my book, 8 Years Living in My Minivan. Let me do a plug here, right? Okay. And, but she actually hunted me down. She wanted to meet me so bad. She hunted me down. And at first, we were kind of like suspicious, like, is she a stalker or what? But we invited her and she turned out to be a good Joe. Yeah, she was a good Joe. So anyways, we all were parked together. I mean, not real close together. We all had our space, but we sort of had a ring, a wide ring. And Max then joined us. Okay, so we had, the campfires at night. We were all getting very, very close. Well, the winds started coming. And I believe it was around February that they started being more recurrent. We knew that there was going to be this one day where the wind was going to be up to 55 miles per hour. Yeah, the gust. So it was pretty scary. So what we did, but we had such a good time. I'm going to tell you, we had such a good time. We all retired for that day into our own rigs, but we all had each other's number. And what we did all day long is we were texting each other all day. How you doing over there? The vans were kind of like swaying. It wasn't dangerous, but we couldn't go outside in it. And the vans were swaying a little bit. We could hear the wind. Woo, yeah, we could see it out there. Now, Quartzsite doesn't have tall trees, but it does have bushes. It has mesquite trees, and it has a lot of creosote bushes and low bushes. And there are some saguaro cactus, things like that. They don't sway so much, right? But the mesquite trees, this is the offshoot. I will mention mesquite trees. Mesquite trees in Quartzsite are very raw, and they haven't been clipped or trimmed. Now, in regular cities, there's a lot of mesquite trees. People love them. They have great shade. What they do is they clip the bottom branches. So what that forces the mesquite tree to do is to grow taller and taller and taller and taller. Okay? Well, in Quartzsite, nobody's out there on BLM land trimming the mesquite trees. So they only get so tall, right? And then they almost are, they resemble a large, very large bush, but they just don't grow tall. So, but you could see them swaying. Okay, and the creosote bushes. A lot of creosote. So we're in our vans. I remember I was pigging out. I mean, what am I going to do in there? I made a lunch, then I made a snack, and we were just in there. But I will mention Max. Oh my gosh, it was so funny. He had recently bought a wind meter. So every hour, and you could sort of see him out there. He would be standing out there holding up, holding over his face, holding up the meter to get a reading. It was like once an hour. And we would all text, go, Max is out there measuring the wind. Let's see what we get out there. Because sometimes the weather app can be just it's not going to be totally accurate. So and then he would text, we got 45 miles an hour. I got a reading. It was an endearing afternoon. It was an endearing day. In the morning, we got ready for it. We all met each other, maybe had coffee together, chit-chatted, but we knew it was coming, and you could feel it coming. Then it would start blowing. We all talked to you on text. We had a good time. We really, really did. And it was a lot of fun. So yes, I guess, yes, the wind can be something. I don't know so much that it's going to hurt your car. Or hurt your windows or anything. It is going to pelt the painting, I would imagine, but it doesn't happen all the time. I mean, I'm going to guess, I'm just going to do an estimate. I don't know, but I'm going to guess that maybe you're going to have 5 of them during the season, really bad ones, where you're going to be in your van. But if it rains, you're going to still be in your van, aren't you? You're going to have to retire to your van, and you're going to have fun doing it. Well, another message in this whole story is when you go to Quartzsite, you're going to meet people. Get phone numbers. Be friendly. Don't be friendly with everybody. Use your discernment. Okay. Use your common sense, and don't get the feel. See what the vibe of everybody is. Because somebody asked me another question, which I'm going to answer soon, down probably this week. Is How do you know? You know, I'll just mention here that not everybody is sugar and spice. I went into it thinking, oh, everybody, we're all this big family. No, we're not, okay? No, we're not. Which brings me to another book, Voyeur in a Van. This is a really good one, and I'll talk more about it in just a minute, but Voyeur in a Van, that's a really good one. That kind of sums up what could happen. But it's a good book. It's funny. There's funny moments in it, and there's great fun characters in it. So, yeah, there is wind, okay? And you can prepare for it any way that you want to. Whether it's, I'm going to leave the area for the day or something like that. But you can write it out, and it can be fun. And you can meet friends in Quartzsite. Hey, I've got a really good book for you. It is a van life thriller, and it's my newest. It's called Voyeur in a Van. It's fun. It's a good book. I mean, it does make you think, okay? So it'll make you think. It's like, well, don't just trust everybody out there, because you never know. So, Voyeur in a Van, it's on Amazon. It's not expensive. It's a really good read. It's ebook and it's paperback. Easy peasy, okay? So, I would get it. Go get it. Go get it, Tiger. Okay? You can meet them there. Now, your next question, are there mouse problems? I have never, ever, ever had a mouse in my van. I will mention that in Quartzsite, you've got, especially around the creosote bushes and the mesquite trees, is that you can see the holes where they come out. There could be snake holes too. Now, snakes don't come until spring, so just be careful, you know, at that when it starts getting warmer. They'll be laying their eggs, and there'll be rattlesnakes. I've been in Arizona for how long now? 45 years? And I'm telling you, I've never seen a rattlesnake. I've never seen a snake. The snakes that I saw over the past 10 years were when I was in Cincinnati, you know, like the garden snakes, things like that. But I've never seen a snake ever in Arizona, you know? So let's see, you know, just, you know, out in the wild. I've never seen a rattlesnake, that's for darn sure. And I've never seen a scorpion, okay? There's really only one species, it's called the bark scorpion, that will kill you. The poison is so strong. And they tend to be under, like almost in caves and under big rocks and things like that. So be careful when you lift up rocks. Okay, but mouse, I've never had a mouse. What people do when they go boondocking is they go, I think you can get them at Harbor Freight. They're the blinking lights, or the lights, the string lights in plastic. And there's you get a little solar panel with it. So what you can do is during the day, you pull it out from under your rig. If you're going to drive, you got to pull it out. You don't want to run over it. And they keep the solar out face towards the sun. And then at night, you can do blinking or you can do steady. I always recommend steady. And here's why. I'm going to mention this, is if you're traveling with a group or you have somebody beside you and you want to keep your window open because you want to see when it goes dark and you want to look out and see stars. And in the morning, you want to see the light come through. And, you know, you want to, if you wake up in the middle of the night, you kind of want to look out. Well, if you have somebody beside you with those blinking lights, it could drive you crazy all night. So I really don't recommend them. I think it's courteous. If you're by somebody, don't put the blinking lights on because you can do steady and you can do blink. And then you can turn it off. Do steady. Yeah, the mice aren't going to get under there. If you know anything about an engine, under the engine, it's not just, things can get up in there, into your engine area. They just hop up. They hop in. Because if you, I know a lot of gals have never maybe seen the undercarriage of the hood area. No, it's open. It's open because they want the heat to go through. They want to have air flow through. Okay, so they just hop in. And I don't know if you've ever heard of it, but if you're in the city, a cat might hop in too. And if it's cold, they want the warmth. But if you haven't turned your car on for a while. They're not going to feel any warmth going on unless you keep turning it on for your heat. But also, I've read the best thing is peppermint. Don't do the Irish Spring soap. They like that. I was told that. They actually eat that stuff. They do. You got, what do you got? Like little ground squirrels. They're really small. And then you've got like mice of the rodent family. And they don't like peppermint. They don't. So even in a city, if you've got like your vents here, like I've got vents, if you could put little peppermint oil on like a little cotton ball, and kind of put there, it'll keep them from coming in through your vents, because they can do that too. Oh yeah, I looked it up. They're so small, and they can make themselves so small, their skeleton. They look bigger, but it's fat and it's fur and everything. They can actually get up under there and come through your vent. So that's another trick. And then you said insects and bugs. Well, the only bugs I had coming through, every once in a while you can get a spider in. If I set my bins outside, and I will set them on like a tarp so they don't get dirty at the bottom of them, but I set them on a tarp. But, you know, a spider can kind of like creep in and get inside your bins. And I've had that happen. The biggest, the worst spider problem I had, and it wasn't even big, was when I was in Reno. They had these white spiders on the cottonwood trees, and they were white, and they say if you look under a microscope, they're fierce, and they will bite, and they're like albino spiders, not big, but they're about that big. So you can see them. Well, one time I never had a problem with them on the outside, but about a month later, maybe even 2 months later, I was cleaning out my bins in my van. I was cleaning them out, and I saw 3 spiders go crawling across my rug on the bottom. Yeah. I went boom, boom, boom. Yeah, they got to go. What were they drinking? What were they eating in there? Oh my gosh. 2 months later, and I know that's where I got them from. So no, yes, there is sand, and it's not going to hurt your car. You're gonna get more rewards out of going to Quartzsite. Another thing about Quartzsite, I had somebody ask me or make a statement, and they said, well, why are you telling people, that was the tone, I'm going to do the tone, why are you telling people to go to Quartzsite when you don't even go there anymore? You don't even want to go. Well, yeah, whatever. I didn't even answer it. It didn't require, I don't explain myself. Well, and you shouldn't be either. Don't quit explaining yourself. It's none of their business. You have a right to be who you are. Well, and I have a right to be who I am as a YouTube creator, but that's not what I said. I said that I didn't want to go because I'd spent like four winters there. I mean, I'm having more fun when I'm with my family during the winter, because I don't get to see them at the summer. But what I said was last year is to be careful when you go to Quartzsite, because there were more thefts going on. So just don't leave your stuff out. That's all, but go have fun. There's too many good people. 98% are going to be good. There's just what's happening is there's more homeless people out there, and they don't have, and younger people, and they don't have the same code of ethics as a lot of us true nomads do. So there was a lot more thefts. Just be careful. Don't leave things sitting out if you're going to go into town on your table. Don't leave anything good sitting out, okay? And just be aware. That's all you got to do, is just be aware. Okay, well, yes, there's wind and there's mice. I've never had a problem, and I don't know of any of my friends that ever had a mouse. Hey, thanks for spending a little bit of time with me today. I really love you guys. I really do. Mwah. Good things are coming our way, aren't they? I'm going to see you tomorrow with another subject about van life, right? Lika, lika, lika. Love you. Bye.